Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to connect your Nikon camera to the Snapbridge application. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Travis and I love to film unboxing videos of cool new gear that I get for filmmaking and photography. If I ever go someplace cool, I'm definitely going to vlog about it. If I learn anything new in Adobe Premiere Elements, I'll usually film a tutorial and put it on the channel here too. And when I have any cool DIY projects around the house, including smart home stuff, I'll film that too. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you head down below and smash that subscribe button. So in today's video, I want to show you how to control your Nikon camera with the Nikon Snapbridge application. So I'm using a Nikon A900 camera here, and I have an Android phone. Pretty much the same on an iPhone as it would be on an Android phone, but I'm going to walk you through step by step how to connect your camera and then a couple of the features that you can use with the Snapbridge app. What I love the most is that I can get the photos off of this camera onto this phone and then I can post to social media. So that is one of the most important things for me, to be able to connect the two, but there's a whole bunch of other things you can do. So let's get connected and I'll show you what you can do with Snapbridge. So once you have your app downloaded from the Apple App Store or the Android Play Store, open up the app and the first thing you got to do is check off the license agreement. So check that box and click Start. The next step is to allow permissions for the app, so we're going to allow Bluetooth. So after you've accepted all the permissions, the next step you want to do is turn on whatever Nikon camera you're going to connect to your Snapbridge app. So we'll turn on our A900 and then we're going to click on Connect to Camera, and this will give you a list of the cameras that you're able to use. So for SLRs you can use a D5600, D3500, D3400, mirrorless cameras, Z7, Z6, Z50, and then cool pics, the A900. So that's the one we're doing. So show you, actually the action camera's on here too. So we're gonna click on the cool pics, which is our camera, and you'll actually get instructions on the app on what to do with the specific Nikon camera that you're using. So in our case, we're using the A900, so it's gonna give us instructions on how to do that. So basically it says connect to the smart menu, follow the on-screen instructions. So on the Nikon A900, we're going to press the menu button. We're going to head over to the Wi-Fi icon and then connect to a smart device, which is the second option down, and click OK. Then on our app, you can see that it's actually searching for the Nikon camera. So we're going to click OK, OK, and then select. It's now connecting to our Nikon A900. Check that the codes match, which almost 100% of the time they do, unless you're in a crazy environment where everyone's trying to connect cameras. But click OK on your camera and click Pair on your cell phone. Then you'll see that it's then establishing a connection, and it'll say pairing complete on your cell phone, and then click Next. So once you have your Nikon camera connected to the Snapbridge applications, there's quite a few features that you can use. One of the first ones is the Autolink. I like to turn on the Autolink, and as it's described in here, when Autolink is enabled, auto download, clock, and location synchronization will continue even when the device is in sleep mode. If you are not using these features, disable Autolink to reduce the drain on the battery. So basically what that's saying is that the low-level Bluetooth inside your Nikon camera is going to stay connected to your smartphone even when you turn off your camera. So if you want a backup of all the photos that you've taken for the day and you don't mind a little extra battery drain, this is a great feature, because if I just took 50 shots of something, it's not going to download those that quickly. So when I turn off the camera, it's still transferring the photos to my phone. So I think that's a super useful feature of Snapbridge. So I always turn that on. Yes, it uses a little bit more battery, but you'd be surprised. It doesn't use that much battery when this device is off. It's just using a small amount. So if you carry 1 or 2 extra batteries with you, it's worth turning this on. So once you've turned on the Autolink, you have 3 different options that you can select. Auto download, which I just spoke to you about, synchronizing the clocks, which is great because it gives you the time and date from your cell phone, and the location data. So I check off all 3 of these. And power saving mode, to save power, the device will suspend links running in the background if out of range of the camera for a set period. So what that means is if you separate your camera from your phone, it's not going to keep it turned on because that's just going to drain more battery. So Autolink was the first option with Snapbridge. The second option is downloading pictures. So if you click on the download pictures, it's actually going to show you all the pictures and video that you have in your camera. Right from your SD card, you can wirelessly transfer that to your cell phone. So that's a super useful feature. So you can select which ones that you want, click on the download button, it's going to download those to your cell phone. Okay, so we're just going to exit out of this one. And the last feature that you have with your Nikon camera is the remote photography feature. And the remote photography feature is super useful because it actually gives you a live view. So it's going to use Wi-Fi, uses Bluetooth to transfer the photos, and then Wi-Fi for the live view. So once your camera is connected, whatever you see on this camera here, you're actually going to get on the live view. It also gives you full control over the zoom, so you can zoom in and out using your cell phone. So you can have this camera set up on a tripod somewhere else or even in a different room as long as it's within Wi-Fi range. So I'm just going to set this here and show you that I can actually control the zoom. So I don't know if you'll see that there. Actually controlling the zoom of that camera using my cell phone. No tricks, both hands are over here. So I can actually zoom in and out remotely using the cell phone. So that's super useful. You want to take a picture, you can take a picture. So if you have this set up on a tripod and you're trying to get that perfect selfie of yourself, you can use the remote shutter with your cell phone. So you don't need to buy anything extra. Everybody's got a phone, connect it with Snapbridge, and away you go. You can also focus as well, which is really cool. So by tapping on the live view screen, you're actually focusing with the camera. So pretty robust live view system. Usually see this in action cameras, but it's really nice to have it in a point and shoot camera as well, using live view and your Nikon camera. The other options that you have within the Snapbridge app, we're just going to go back and exit here. If you click on the phone option, that's going to show you what's downloaded onto your phone. So that's the phone button. And then the cloud button, if you have Nikon's cloud application installed, it will actually back up all of your photos to the cloud as well. So I don't have my account logged in right now. I kind of tend to use Google Photos for that, so I don't really use the Nikon cloud application. But it's very nice to have a backup in an extra location. You got your backup in Google Photos, you got your backup on your phone, you got your backup on your hard drives, and then you have a second cloud. Why not? So definitely probably worth signing up for the Nikon Cloud account as well. And then you'll have all your photos backed up in multiple locations. So if you haven't connected your Nikon camera to the Snapbridge application yet, I highly recommend you do so. I hope this video helped you learn how to do it, showed you a few of the cool features. If you liked the video, head down below, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this one, smash that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy out there.